Hey everybody, welcome back to the West Texas Rambler channel. If you've made it this far, I appreciate you sticking around to see this part of the build. If you haven't caught up yet, there's a few other videos probably before this that will lead you to this point, but right now we've got the fridge and stove compartments finished, and they will, mostly finished. We still have a few things to work out here and there, some finishing up and touch up on paint, things like that. We're going to get started on the drawer system. There's going to be 2 drawers here. I think we're going to go with 8-inch deep drawers, and so we're going to get those built, and hopefully that's going to go pretty quick. I think the fridge and stove side of it was probably going to be the most complicated part of the whole build, but hopefully the drawers go quick. Anyway, stick around, see how it goes, and I hope you enjoy it. Alright, so last thing we did was put this little ledge here. This is just a piece of 1/2-inch plywood. That way when this part here is going to be an upright on this side, there'll be a top. I'm waiting for the paint to dry, and then I'm going to put some carpet on it. Then the top will set on top of that piece of plywood and set here, and just gives us something to screw to. Hadn't decided if I'm going to put a little piece back here or not, but this was just a scrap piece, so I thought I'd use it. Anyway, that's where we're at, waiting for that piece to dry, and we'll be good. Okay, so the drawer side of this system is pretty much framed out. Need to do some paint here, just in a little ways. I don't think you're gonna ever see the rest of it. It does have a back on it. I think that pretty much catches everybody up. It does stick out a little further than this drawer. You can see right there. So it's got a backing and then a little spot to cover that side piece where it actually extends out further than the fridge container. Anyway, so it's all coming along pretty good, and all that's left is trying to get these drawers made, which I've been trying to figure out some sizes that's gonna work, and anyway, it's going along well. I think on the last time y'all saw this, the section with the drawers built into it actually came out to here, and because of some changes I made to this base plate as far as sliding it back further into the vehicle, the seats, the back seats of the 4Runner were hitting this before it would latch into place. So I cut off a few inches there. I think it was like 4 inches. But now it's flush with the back of the compartment for the fridge and the stove. So just to catch you up, that's what I did. This is a little shorter. I know in the last part of this it showed it to be a little longer, but that's what I ran into, and that's why I just finished recalculating some sizes for drawers. Got the pieces for the drawers cut out. About to put some glue and nails in them. And anyway, once we get that done, put some bottoms in them, drawer slides, get everything painted up and touched up. But anyway, hopefully it'll go pretty quick. Stick around, see what happens. Alright, got these drawers framed out, and they fit good. They're just drying. I put some glue and nails in them. Now to cut the bottoms, just to keep the bottoms thin and a little bit light, I've got some more of this alu panel that I've used on different spots on top, back. It's just a thinner, lighter material, something I had laying around, so I'm trying to be cheap, I guess, or save money, use what I have. So I have a couple different pieces. I think I'm gonna have to have one black and one white, but that's okay. I'll probably end up painting them, and or they will be covered in carpet. But these are gonna be our drawer bottoms. Anyway, I'm gonna start cutting those while those dry and set up, and maybe I can put some bottoms on those and start putting some slides in here. Alright, got them both painted. I didn't paint the front or the back because the front will have a face on it and the back won't ever be seen. There's one of them. The other one's in here. Just kind of a quick black coat on it. Like I said, didn't paint the front, didn't paint the back, only the insides and the sides. So I've got this carpet laid out, and I'm going to staple this carpet to this, and then put the alu panel backing over it to give it support, just so we'll have carpet in the bottom of the drawers and a little bit of support from this alu panel underneath that. But anyway, I'll show you that process. I think that's the next step, so we'll get started. Alright, so got the drawers built. Pull it out, you can see maybe there's carpet in there. There's carpet. Bottom is that alu panel material. It's just screwed to the bottom. The carpet's kind of just pinched between that and the inside slides of the drawer. So seems like it's going to fit well. And that gives us a little bit of a gap there for our slides on each side. I think that's the next step. And then we'll have some faces that go on there to finish those out. And we're going to do something right here. I'm not sure what yet, but we're going to have some kind of finishing face on that too. Anyway, I might try to knock these slides out real quick and see how it goes. Alright, so I got these drawers that were just framed up earlier, got them painted, got them bottoms put in them with carpet, got the slides put on. They're all working in good condition. Of course, here's where the fridge is going still, and it's all working good with the stove compartment. And then we've got these two drawers that are going to go here, and now all I have to do is finish out this front facing here. Might try to finish this out here so that it comes out with the drawer for the stove. But anyway, I'm not sure what we're going to do yet. I have this piece of brushed aluminum alu panel, the same stuff I've been using this whole time. I may try to use that for facing on that. I know I said something about using this alu panel on the front, but normally you attach facings by putting a screw through the inside of the drawer into the front. And this stuff is only like 3/8 of an inch thick, so maybe a 1/4 inch, so it's kind of thin. That would be hard to drill through and catch on the front side here, so I may just use plywood and see how that goes. So I just got the length cut for the drawer facing. Now to measure for the height of what it needs to be. Take the circular saw, cut it off, get a little small gap between the top and the bottom drawer facing. That way it just finishes off nicely and looks nice. Sand them, paint them black, and we'll get them stuck on and see what it looks like. As you can see, I got the drawer faces put on. No more seeing hinges, slides or anything like that. Anyway, I think it finished out real nice. I need to adjust the length on some of the slides to get that closed a little better. But anyway, there's a gap through the middle. Need to put some pulls on them so that they're easier to open. Anyway, a few things to fine tune, but I think it's working out pretty good. Okay, so now that these drawer facings are on, I'm gonna use this little scrap piece of wood. Let me turn you down. Use this little scrap piece of wood. I'm gonna use a router to run a groove from there to there to make a drawer pull. Then that'll just screw to the front of the drawer. Have a little groove to put your finger behind, and paint that up, put that on. I think we're gonna leave this open for now. We may change that later, but for now I think we're gonna leave it open. But anyway, that's the next step. That's what we're gonna work on. Okay, so I took that little piece of scrap, routed a little finger groove in it so that'll mount like that. Be able to grab underneath, pull open. I think for now I'm just gonna leave these wood colored. I may paint them white. The only reason is so that when it's dark outside, when we're camping, hopefully we'll be able to see that handle a little better on the black surface of the drawer. Anyway, I'm going to clean these up with some sanding and then get those put on. Alright, so I got the drawer pulls put on. They feel pretty good. I think they're going to work just fine. I like the light color on the dark color. I think that'll be easy to see at night when you go to open them. Anyway, I think we're about done. Maybe a few little touch-ups here and there. Get the fridge put back in there. Get the stove put in there. And I guess the next part of this video you'll see is we'll get it put in the 4Runner and see how everything fits and works. But anyway, thanks for following along and hope you enjoyed it. Alright, so we got it all put in, got it bolted down, everything seems secure and good to go. I'm pretty pleased with how it's turned out. I think we're going to have plenty of storage. I think these drawers are like 31 inches deep or something like that, 8 inches tall. Got our stove spot there. Fridge tucks away nicely. We got a little bit of clearance there. There's some ventilation holes poked in the back of that panel. That drawer. Of course, we're missing the stove right now, but I'm pretty pleased with the way it looks. Y'all comment below and let me know what you think. See if there's anything that you would change on it or any updates. We may find a way to lock these shut at some point, but right now I think we're gonna be okay. Anyway, I'm pretty pleased with how it's turned out. Alright everybody, we finally got that project done. Got the fridge, stove, drawer system installed in the 4Runner. I'm pretty pleased with how it turned out. We'll use it like it is for a little while, see if there's any changes we need to make to it or that we want to make to it to make it easier or easier to use, better to use. Okay, so I was just going to do a few updates on this drawer system since we've used it a few times and we ran into some problems that we had to fix. But anyway, here are our fixes. First of all, this drawer, all these drawers would kind of slide open. They didn't quite lock shut like I thought they would. So we have that latch that Courtney's showing us there. And if you close it back, it just clips onto there. Then we put a little carabiner in it, keep it shut. The drawers also had a problem with coming open, so we bought these little latches. It just pulls open. If you look inside, that comes up and catches a little piece of metal that's underneath in here. And if Courtney lets go of it, it just drops back down. So it's called a compression latch is what that's called. It's also lockable. Came with keys if you wanted to lock it, but we don't keep ours locked. Anyway, we also added this cutting board that fits down in the drawer. Turns around and fits onto the edge of the drawer just simply by hooking onto the drawer. Anyway, it's kind of a, I mean, it's a pretty firm working surface, and anyway, just handy to have a little extra space. One downside is if you do that, then you can't really open this top drawer very far before you hit it. But so far we're just going to leave it like it is, and we might eventually change this and do something a little different. But for now it's working out pretty good. Courtney's going to show us putting it back up again. So it just slides off, flips around, sits back in there. And it's also handy if you don't want to have to, if you're just making sandwiches or something quick, you can use this as a working surface without having to take it all out. Anyway.
It's also a good place to put your contacts in the morning.
Yep. You can use this as a little table to get ready in the morning, keep all your stuff on. But anyway, that closes, and that compression latch shuts, keeps the drawer locked in. Another thing we did was up top by the fridge, I put this little D-ring here, and then another D-ring in the bottom. So this is an awning, our awning poles, and a little table. Anyway, it just flips up, kind of keeps everything held to the side. And as you can see, this is a trip we just came on. We've got water storage and then some extra stuff. There's a little camp toilet and some stuff for that, little bucket, first aid kit, little outdoor blanket that we can put out for Harper to play on. And anyway, I just wanted to give you an update of how our drawer system works and how it's been working. It's been great to have, been really handy. But anyway, that's it, and those are the updates we have. And I'll be sure and put this at the end of the video, the build video, so that we can get caught up on what it looks like now. So anyway, thanks for watching, and we appreciate your time, and hope that you enjoyed it. I'm excited about getting to supply it with cook stuff and storage and you know, all the things that we use on our camping trips. I think it's going to be real good, real handy, like what I've got in my Tacoma. But anyway, I appreciate y'all for sticking around and watching this this series of videos, or this video, to see how this was built. I hope it inspires you to get out and build something yourself. Find a friend that's got some tools and a little bit of knowledge on woodworking, or even metalworking, if that's what you're wanting to build. But I hope it inspires you to get out and build something. Anyway, once again, I appreciate it. Don't forget to keep on rambling, and we'll see you on the next one.